Hello, welcome. It's the Chats. I am Manny. When 37 years ago my guest was born, he was a hermaphrodite, and that's a medical condition referred to as someone born with both sex organs.
James Johnson is a former Nigerian intersex footballer, former member of the female national football team, and former Super Falcons forward. The most high-profile case of hermaphrodite in Nigerian women's football. Formerly known as Iyabo Abade by his mates, he was discovered at the age of 11 by a local football coach in the Agege area of Lagos. For his skills in the game of football, he quickly moved from amateur soccer to the national team setup, where he played with the Super Falcons. During his time in the Nigerian Female League, he scored a record 38 goals in the Women's League season while playing for Jegede Babes. Things took a negative turn when, at the point of making his debut at the 1998 African Women's Championship, he was discovered to have both sex organs. This discovery led to his eventual dropout from the Super Falcons team. In 2004, James embarked on a corrective gender reassignment surgery to fully become a man. After the successful operation and being certified a male, he returned to the football scene and earned a call-up to the Flying Eagles team. After many attempts, James signed a contract with Crown FC of Ogbomoso. He was asked to leave after a short while because of his former identity. The same thing happened when he had another go at Plateau United in Jos, where he was offered a contract after passing all trials. Till date, his football career continues to suffer stalemate. He still wishes to lead a normal life, be in a relationship, get married, and have children, but continues to suffer discrimination and stigmatization as a result of his gender history, even after a successful corrective surgery. He wishes to go back to football but faces rejection everywhere he goes. James Johnson lived as Iyabo Abade for 19 years, feeling insecure, and now, after undergoing a corrective organ change, life is yet to take a turn for the better.
You're happy with that description, are you not?
Yeah, I'm happy.
From Iyabo Abade to James Johnson.
Yeah.
That's from a woman to a man. Can you tell me this story from the beginning?
I was born and raised as a female. And as at the time I was giving birth to my mom, and my dad told me when they gave birth to me, the doctor was contemplating to go for the surgery that I'm giving birth to, but they are not too sure if perfectly female or male, because they felt my organs was inside of me, that they cannot dictate it now. But if they can go for surgery, as at that time I was giving birth to, everything can be corrected as at that time. But due to the financial part of it, that my family were unable to raise the money, and the doctor had to advise them that they should just allow me to grow up maybe as time goes on, and that can be corrected. It all depends on maybe the decision I will want to make, either to be a female or male, and that will depend on the hormones that I have in me. If it's more of female or more of a male, I can choose any sex that I will want to be. But as then growing up, it wasn't that easy.
It must have been very frustrating.
Very.
At what level did you feel any challenges as a young person then?
As at then, to be honest with you, when I was in school, I'm like, I cannot cope with this, because if you check all my childhood friends, everybody are growing up perfectly normal life and all those
What
things.
kind of difficulties were you experiencing? I mean, apart from the fact that you have, male and female organs. So, I mean, did you associate more with the young girls, or was it with the young men?
I associate with the both sides, because a lot of people, due to the fact that I played football, everybody wanted to mingle with me as then, and but more with girls because I felt, yes, I'm a girl. So, but most of the things I do then is male things, like wearing trousers, like playing football over the street and all those things. But you can never see me in circle of where women are playing their normal games, like maybe they are playing tente or of a thing. But what you see me doing is, or either they are cooking in the kitchen, you can't see me there, but
you left
yeah.
your home
Yes.
in frustration at the age of 11.
Yes.
Where did you go to?
I think I left my family home to go and focus in the game. I just went off my family because I felt they can't help me. I think the best
Why
way
did
for
you
me
feel they could not help you?
they can't because they are not financially buoyant. So,
Okay.
and instead of me to remain in the circle like that, maybe I will feel more frustrated. So the best thing I could do is just for me to take a step out of the family and go and stay focused with the game I love more, which is football. And I have to leave them, and I went to Verobin Football Club in Lagos there, which the owner of the club, Major Elubi, as at that time, he accommodated me in his
Was
house.
he aware of your condition?
He wasn't. He wasn't. Because,
Were you hiding it?
Yes, I am shy of it because I don't know what others might be feeling or what they might be thinking about it. Because by the time I feel like blowing it out to people, I will feel like, no, these people might see me like I'm not human. And the next thing you will get is either they stone you to death or, I just calculate so many things. Like, I don't really know what to do, but I just kept keeping it to myself as at that time. Then I left them to Jagade Babes in Lagos, and that was where my case was blown to the whole world. Like, this is an hermaphrodite, which my story was blown with Vanguard as at then in 1997.
What happened? How did it come about?
As at that time, when I was with the team in Jagade football team, as at that time in Lagos, and I was called to the national team to represent Nigeria. And while we were in that camp, I'm still uncomfortable with myself while we were there. And, I just felt after the training, you will see everybody rush into the bathroom to take a bath and all those things, but you will never see me going there to take my bath. But when time goes on, I decided like maybe after they are through, I cannot go as the last person to take my bath. But when we were in that training, some of them are feeling too uncomfortable with me. Like, the way I'm doing is as if I'm hiding something. So the next thing that could happen, I think some of the players now try to want to make inquiry to know what I'm hiding in the team as I then. So I now confronted the doctor myself. I told the doctor of the national team that this is my situation, but I'm finding myself different in the midst of these girls because most of them are doing the normal thing women does. I don't menstruate and I don't have boobs, so I felt I can't be in this circle and be comfortable with myself because it's as if health-wise I'm not okay. So I cannot really tell if I'm female or male as at that time. So I'm just confused with my life.
Okay, but even then, who were your contemporaries when you were playing football here in female football?
Then I think I have Florence Omagbemi.
Okay.
As at that, because she came up at that tender age, which everybody are now referring to me that you are the new Omagbemi at this tender age of yours to be in the national team. I think you will do great, and that's what people were talking about me. That now popped into my
So you played alongside Florence Omagbemi and who else?
Nkiru Okoseme, Judy Chimel, and Agumanu, which is the #1 goalkeeper for the national team. Then we played together as a teammate.
Did they know of your condition?
They all knew. After I blew it up, they all knew, and they felt bad because the whole Nigeria also felt bad concerning the issue because they been is not for this issue having as a then. I think Nigeria already believing World Cup is us, but since the whole thing happened this way that I have to blow it up to the whole world that this is my situation, I don't think I can cope with this.
Did you feel relieved when you blew it up?
I feel relieved somehow, but at the same time not too comfortable because I felt people will start seeing me as not human, and two, I feel some discrimination concerning all those things as at that time.
What kind of discrimination were you suffering?
man, you are playing women football. You are a man. Why come, So they make fool of me to make me to like feel like I'm just the one that made myself. No. So I decided to like ignore most of what they say as at that time, because though it was just so much pressing on me that made me to almost want to commit suicide.
When did you decide to make a change?
I think I would say 2000. After I left the national team in 1999, when we were preparing for the Nations Cup in Nigeria, here in Kaduna, because I left that camp in 1999 when the tournament was about kickstarting, and after that time, I think when Nigeria qualified for the World Cup in that same 1999, then I now decided that, okay, I think the best thing I can do now, when the doctor asked me to when NFF and the doctor asked me to go and clarify my gender to know the one that is more functionable for me. So I now went ahead and did that test and everything in LUT in Lagos. And after NFF got hold on to the result, they now felt that, okay, now I've decided, I think this is what they can say now to say, I'm more of a male than female. I think 30% of female and 70% of a male. So that is not enough for me to say I want to be a female. So I decided to build my mind towards the future to say, okay, if I'm able to get sponsorship, I think I will appreciate that to enable me to decide the sex organ I want. And after I left the camp and expecting NFF to be in support of me, to carry out the final surgery and everything, nothing was done from NFF. I left the football circle as at that time. I stayed on my own because I felt I've been neglected already. So I don't get any support. I'm just all by myself. So as at 2000, when I now left Lagos down to FCT here in Abuja, FCT Queens Football Club, which I played for some time. Then after that time, I stopped playing because I felt I cannot cope. Because
you played in the female team.
Yeah. So after I played for some time, whereby you go to any other state to play the protest concerning my issue, everybody will say, yeah, you cannot allow the boy to play in our mix. No. So that alone now make me to feel rejected. So there's no need for me to be in that circle. Let me just stay off completely. That's what I did.
But eventually got support, did you not? Financial support?
I got support from the FCT minister.
To do your first level of surgery?
And second surgery as a day.
Who gave you that opportunity?
FCT Queens Football Club, because I think I remember when we won the State National Challenge Cup in the National Stadium in Lagos. Then we came home with the trophy to present to the FCT minister, which we were hosted by the minister, Abagana, that is a minister then in FCT. Then after that time, on his way out as Minister of FCT, El Rufai came on board and approved the final support for me to go for the surgery.
How much was this?
I think 5.5 was given.
5.5 million?
Yeah, was given.
Okay, and where did you do the surgery?
I did it in US, in California, Los Angeles.
Okay. What is left in the final surgery?
I have 2 more surgeries to round up at the moment, and that will be the one that can confirm me full-blown man. But due to my stand now, I cannot even think of to say, let me date you. Even if I want to date you, at the end, I will feel...
Has he ever occurred to you?
I think so, but I cannot do anything. So they do come, but the fact is, I feel within myself that I'm not too comfortable with it, because whoever that sees me feel, yeah, I've gotten a fine cute guy, but the issue now is, the cute guy now is not complete as a man. So what will make me to be that cute guy you want to make me to be, maybe after I'm through with the surgery. Then if you want me to get married to anybody, fine. But as it is right now, if I said I should be keeping women, it will not work, because at the end of it, your happiness is what concerns me now, because I would not want you to feel bad by the time you start dating me, and at the end you will not say, I cannot impregnate you due to the last treatment is not yet complete and all those things. So,
but have you become accepted in society now? Is it something of a worry for you now?
I cannot really tell, because many people that knows more about the story then thought maybe I've left the country completely. But some of them didn't know that I'm still here in Nigeria because due to the fact that I'm trying to be myself and I don't want anybody to discriminate me anymore. So I think the few friends I have that sees me as just the way I am, that doesn't know much about my story, will just see me like normal person that that they've seen. So, but the past people that have known the story all this while might still be thinking maybe I'm just totally off in this country. Yeah.
All right, so let's take a break, and when we return, we'll continue with this unbelievable story. Pick a question from the box.
What do you think government can do to reach every person in your past situation?
Right, so what do you think?
What I would advise the government to do is to help and support my kind of people out there that are having both sex, genders, and I think to help us to create a perfect special healthcare center for such situation like this, so that when they are being born, they can easily go in there and correct their gender.
Are you thinking of a foundation for hermaphrodites? Setting up a foundation, working with government to set up a foundation, or what?
I think that has been my goal, but before that can come in,
you want to sort yourself out first.
Yes, let me sort myself out. Then after that, I think I can help and support government to help to talk to the people out there that are still hiding in this situation, because some of them are being killed on a daily basis. But you might not know, because some of them out there are shying from coming out to tell people that this is my condition, this is my situation. Because what they do, either they're being killed, so the best thing is for them to hide.
Have you had any close encounter?
I do, but God has always been favorable to me, because due to the fact that I'm coming from the sports circle, so that alone has given me edge over anything that can be harmful to me.
It's interesting. What do you think the government can do to reach everybody?
They can use me as an example to let the whole world know that you can be born this way, but you can still live your normal life. And if I can be happy, you all can be happy. So I don't see the reason why they should be shy or hiding from the situation. It's not their fault. They are not the one that made themselves, but God made us. So whichever we find ourselves, we should just be giving thanks to God that you are alive. You can be corrected in that situation and be happy as a person.
Your rehabilitation program, when is it going to end?
For now, to be honest with you, I wish the fund is there now. That can be over far back before now. But
the truth is that at 37, you're never going to play football anymore, are you?
No, for now I can't play at the moment, but I'm still cashing my fun in the game. Once a soldier, always remain a soldier. So I still kick the game for fun. Still play for fun, but not.
Who do you play with?
I played with Carol Osters in Carol.
Is that a male team?
Yeah, male team. So
do they know where you're coming from?
Yes, they do.
And they take,
with all due respect, they give me that complete respect.
I hear you're a very prolific goal scorer. While you were in a club in Jagade, was it?
Yes.
You scored 38 goals in one season. That's amazing, isn't it? Is it something you can do with the boys now?
I always do that.
Yeah, but you should think of, you should concentrate on coaching now.
Yeah,
at 37.
Yes, that's my goal for now. If I can play anymore, I think I should be able to give back to the coming up youth in terms of to pass my experience to the coming up youth.
What do you do for work now? I mean, how do you survive? How do you earn, make a living?
It hasn't been easy, to be honest with you.
I mean, life cannot be only with only football.
No.
There must be other skills you have.
Yes, you're right. Actually, I was into this driving job past before now, but I've left the company due to this corona issue, and since then it hasn't been easy trying to survive. I only survived through some friends that are out there that want to be helpful. So especially one of my friends.
How do they help you?
A friend of mine do send me money once in a month, to like maybe twice, once in 2 months, to like take this, survive with this one. I think I know how to manage. So I'm a manager. I can manage myself.
Have you had in your lifetime any period that you were so happy with yourself in life? And what was the occasion?
I think the best moment of my life was when I got that sponsorship from the FCT minister to go for the surgery in US. That has been my very best in this whole life, because without that I wouldn't have been like this today. But at least with that now I can smile a little bit. Unlike before that, I haven't done anything concerning the surgery, whereby I'm thinking day in day out to see how I can raise the fund to, but God help, and the minister was there to sponsor that trip.
And no government after that has looked into your case. What about the Minister of Sports and the ministry itself?
That has been a tough one, because I've written a lot of letters to the sports ministry in our secretariat, and I followed up several times, but nothing happened. The other one I followed last was with a former governor of Delta State, where I come from, which he said...
what part of Delta are you?
From Isoko.
Yeah, Isoko, okay,
Yeah, Isoko
all right.
South. So I think the governor tried to support me, but I don't really know after I left the office, when I kept following up the file from Abuja to Delta every now and then to follow up the file, because when they get to finance, they will tell you that they can't find the file anymore. That's what I get. Then in terms of NFF also, I've written letter to them. Nothing was done from the Nigerian Football Federation to date, and the sport ministry up to date, so I don't really know where to follow, because as it is, I really need this support. I wish they can really, even if they cannot give me the money, let them just fix me somewhere in the national team. After all, people are in the national team today, not that they play the football, but they are there in one way or the other. But
doing what?
At least, yeah,
Or
we have some of them.
you would love to work in...
If I'm given the opportunity to be in that Nigerian team, I think as a trainer or let me just say, a curator of the national team is better than nothing.
Let's send you on a trip away from home for 10 days.
Wow.
Yeah? You're not allowed to go with a man, a woman, anybody.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to take 5 things along with you.
Okay.
What could they be?
5 things along with me. Number 1, my football boot will go with me, because I have to exercise myself. And 2, I think I cannot do without my phone. My phone will go with me also. And let me see the third one. Let me say my Bible. I think that one should be the number 1 thing that I cannot let behind. So that will have to go with me. Then, talk of my relaxation sport, whereby I think I go to watch football. Those things are things that you cannot take away from me, because those things are the things giving me joy and to keep me stronger day in, day out. Because when you watch football, you are happy.
It's a waste of time trying to, but we could still do that. If you have one wish to make, what would it be?
My wish to get, at the moment, right? My wish is to get sponsorship and let me go and finalize my contract.
Is it a particular figure you have in mind that your medical team informed you about? How much do you require to finish the second surgery?
Total amount I'm in need of right now is 13 million. Why? Is because I'm going to stay back there for 1 year for the 2 surgery. So my accommodations are all
inclusive.
Yeah. When you talk of your feeding, you talk of your flight ticket down there, and you talk of your medication, all those things, I think that money is up to it.
Well, I hope that when you succeed eventually in getting this done, you're not going to grow beards like me.
Why not? After I've started growing some beards already, so, and it's just for the final way, and after that I think I will just be perfectly cool,
James Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being on the program.
Pleasure, sir.
It's been nice talking with you.
Pleasure, sir.
And that's it on the chats this week. My guest has been James Johnson, former Iyabo Abadi. I am Manny. See you next time. The Chat is produced by Channels Television. You can watch it again online. Just visit our social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook.